Welcome back to a Cooperative Virtual Learning Experience, from embryo to chick. For today's lesson, Exploring Careers, I will be providing a brief overview of various careers related to poultry and the poultry industry. So without further delay, let's get started. When exploring careers related to poultry and the poultry industry, it is important to understand the poultry industry and how it operates, as the industry creates, either directly or indirectly, the majority of poultry careers. So how do the eggs and poultry meat move from the farm to the table? To answer this question, we will begin by watching a short 2-minute video produced by the North Carolina Egg Association, titled From Hen to You, North Carolina Egg Farmers. While this video focuses on egg production and processing, the production and processing of poultry meat is very similar.
My name is Trey Braswell, and I'm a fourth-generation North Carolina egg farmer.
My name is Jake Simmons, and I'm a North Carolina egg farmer.
I'm Eppy Brown, and I'm a North Carolina egg farmer. Get up in the morning, the first thing you do is you go to the chicken house. You walk through to make sure that everything is working. First thing you do is check, make sure you got water. Then you walk around, make sure all the feeders are working. 8:30, you go back in and you pick up the eggs. Everything is hand gathered in my farms except for a couple of the houses. It's automatic conveyors.
On a conventional large-scale farm where we would produce eggs, we would have multiple houses that are on a farm. The eggs that are produced in those houses are, after they're laid, rolled out onto a little narrow 4-inch belts in most cases, and those eggs are then ridden on those belts to the front of the houses, where in turn they go onto a conveyor that goes across in front of all of those houses, and those eggs are then transferred into the processing plant.
They go into the washer where they're washed with a food-safe liquid soap. After that, they are weighed and candled. And candled is when the interior of the egg is viewed with a light so that you can see the shell quality and the interior quality of the egg. After the eggs are washed and dried, they go through the grading process. During the grading process, the eggs are weighed, and that's when they decide if the egg is a small, a medium, a large, extra large, or a jumbo, and that'll decide which carton it'll go in.
Once our eggs are processed, they go into a cooler, which is held at about 42 degrees. From the cooler, they're loaded onto trucks, which are held at the same temperature, and they're held at that temperature until they're delivered to our customer.
Now let's take a little deeper dive into the jobs created by this industry. First, the goods or products, in this case the eggs and meat, have to be grown and/or produced. Producers, also known as farmers, are responsible for providing housing and care for the birds. He or she, as well as other farm workers, are the main caretakers of the birds and their eggs. Each producer and farm is set up differently. However, all producers work with poultry veterinarians to ensure the health and well-being of their birds. The typical responsibilities of a poultry veterinarian is to provide basic examinations, administer or give vaccinations, evaluate meat and/or eggs, make nutritional recommendations, develop health management protocol or procedures, obtain various samples for analysis, and conduct inspections. Once the product or goods are ready to be processed, they may or may not be transported off-site for processing. For egg farmers, some of the farms have on-site processing plants as discussed in the video. If this is the case, then the eggs will move from the poultry houses on a conveyor belt into the processing plant. If it is not the case, then eggs are shipped via a truck. The truck driver is responsible for safely transporting the goods or products from the farm to the processing plant and/or from the processing plant to the stores. Once the product arrives to the plant manager is responsible for overseeing the daily operations, ensuring that all policies and procedures are followed. He or she makes sure the right number of birds are ready for processing on a given day and that the plant can handle the birds. In addition to the plant manager, the USDA Food Consumer Inspector ensures the plant is operating within its written plans for sanitation, processing, and the hazard analysis, and critical control point, which is a recognized system for reducing the risk of safety hazards in food. Also, there are other critical plant employees who are responsible for processing. Their job is very important to the overall operation. The last part of the poultry production and processing system is selling the product. Marketers plan programs to generate interest in products and services, so they are responsible for finding new ways to promote poultry. In addition to the careers directly related to poultry production and processing, there are other careers indirectly involved. These careers are in research and education. A poultry scientist conducts experiments and analyzes data in the growth, development, physiology, nutrition, genetics, behavior, and breeding of domesticated birds. He or she works to improve genetic characteristics, feed, and disease prevention. A food scientist creates new poultry food products and improves the quality of food already on the market. All of these people and jobs are essential to the poultry industry, which offers an array of opportunities for up-and-comers. If you are interested in a career in poultry, then contact your local 4-H office to see what opportunities may be available to you. Well, that wraps up today's lesson. If you are new to this series, then be sure to check out our other lessons located on the Livestock Conservancy YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me today, and have a wonderful day.